What is up, wrestling fans? It is Sunday night. It is 8 p.m. Central Time, and this is Kayfabe Chronicles, and I am your host, JP. This week, we got a little bit to talk about. We're talking about an injury at the Mae Young Classic tournament. Why is SummerSlam going to be so freaking long this year? And of course, huge news in regards to Madison Square Garden. And it all starts right now. Hello, hello, hello. A little bit of technical issues there. Hi, everybody. This is Kayfabe Chronicles, and I am your host, JP. If this is your first time here, please stick around for a little while. Participate in the chat room to the left-hand side. As always, if you like what you see, make sure to crush that like button, hit subscribe, and of course, click that bell notification for every single time that we go live. We go live every single Sunday at 8 p.m. Central Time, except for pay-per-view nights, where we will always go on after the pay-per-view itself. And if you haven't done so already, make sure check out our Facebook page and our Twitter account. So yeah, playing with a little bit of settings as always. Like I said, I deleted my thing last week by mistake, so I'm playing with the setup here. I got a different chat room going. It's a black background, but if you type stuff, it will appear. It will appear. See, let's take a look at let's take a look at that. Let's take a look at that. Boom. Yay. Okay. All right. So, yeah, how you guys doing today? How is everybody doing today? I've had a pretty crazy week myself. On my really long work stretch right now, my next day off will be Wednesday, so I will be playing the new World of Warcraft expansion because I'm a nerd. That's how we roll. All right. All right, let's check out the chat room. I want the Mae Young Classic. I want the Mae Young Classic. Now, we all want the Mae Young Classic, Leslie. We all want it. It's so hard to avoid spoilers, and we're actually going to be starting the show off with all that. So if you guys, I'm not going to say who's won any of the matches. Unfortunately, just due to the field that I'm in, doing like wrestling commentary and all that crazy stuff, I already know the outcomes, even though they don't show it until September. But not telling you anything. I'm just going to tell you the one thing that has happened in regards to all of that. So we'll just leave it at that. If people out there don't want spoilers, go away for a couple minutes. I'm just telling one thing, just one thing that happened. I'm not exposing who's won any of the matches, though. So, yeah, let's start off with some kind of bad news, pretty much, but a tournament favorite Tegan Nox suffered a really bad injury during her match in the Mae Young Classic. Those of you who don't know the story in regards to her, she was supposed to be in last year's Mae Young Classic, but she tore her ACL just right before the tournament, like a couple weeks before, so unfortunately she missed majority of last year due to this injury. So she's pretty much spent all year healing up and fixing herself up and just, prepping for this year's tournament. And of course, some just really bad stuff happened. During her match, she apparently has broken her leg, which is horrible news for someone in regards, because that's two major leg injuries in the span of 2 years. It's absolutely heartbreaking. Considering that she's pretty much spent an entire year just trying to get back into the square circle. She finally gets her opportunity, and then this happens. She's been in great spirits, though. I've been following her on social media. She's very thankful to all the fans who wished her all of her well wishes, getting well soon. The entire NXT roster, all the competitors in the Mae Young Classic have wished her very well. Triple H came out to address the situation and had nothing but just huge positive words to say about her. Like I said, I've seen a lot of her European stuff, a lot of her independent stuff, and she is the real deal. Like I said, she's very young. She's in her young 20s. This is just a speed bump, to quote Triple H. It's just a minor speed bump. She's going to heal up, come back, and just absolutely crush the competition in future years. She's got a huge future. She was definitely one of my picks to win the tournament, unfortunately, but with a leg injury. Not so much. But I wish her all the best in her speedy recovery. I know she's going to completely just crush it and come back and be stronger than ever. If you guys haven't seen her, check her out. Like in WWE, she goes by Tegan Knox. But you can check her out on her independent scene as her real name, Stephanie Newell or Nixon Newell. Check it out. Great. She's phenomenal. Very fast. Very heavy striking. If you guys know the kick, the Shining Wizard, it's her trademark move, and she just makes it look absolutely phenomenal. So speedy recovery, Tegan. My love goes out to you. You are phenomenal, and just kick some butt and come back. Just horrible news. You never ever want to see anybody get injured. All right, let's check out that chat room. Oh, I know. Like, it was just... I was just watching Age of Ultron. Your nerds unite. You know what? Nerds do unite, because here's what we're going to do. Check this out. Check this out, Elizabeth. I don't know if you've ever seen this, but there's some of my toy collection, but look at all that Marvel. Look at all that Marvel. Love my Marvel. Love Marvel figures. It had a comic book... big comic book collection. If you kind of see on the shelf right up there, I got a bunch of McFarlane Dragon figures and all my Marvel Legends, and then right behind me I got some Sentinels, a lot of the Build-A-Figures. I love toys, I love comics, I love everything to do with Marvel. Stan Lee, mwah, bless you. Bless you. You are an amazing man. Don't ever do anything bad. You're amazing. Yes, I am very proud of my collection. I actually did a video a while back in regards to my toy collection. You can check it out on the channel. I know you are subscribed to me. Much love to that. Yeah, you can find it. It's called My Toy Collection. I might even post a link in the description after this uploads. Okay, now let's go back on with what else we're going to talk about. So WWE announced, just for some weird twist of fate, that this year's SummerSlam is going to be 7 hours long. Like, why? Why? Like, okay, here's the thing with me and SummerSlam. I have never liked SummerSlam. Ever. Like, even as, like, the Big Four. Okay, view it this way. Okay, the Big Four. So, WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, SummerSlam. Royal Rumble, you get the Royal Rumble match. Awesome. Survivor Series, you get Survivor Series matches. Awesome. Something different. WrestleMania, it's WrestleMania. SummerSlam. What do you bring to the table? Nothing. You are just something in the middle of summer to tide me over until Survivor Series gets here. You have no reason to be 7 hours in freaking length. And I have to watch the entire thing because I have to give you, the fans, my views of it. And it's going to hurt. Granted, though, I'm really looking forward to some of the matches. I'm really looking forward to Cedric Alexander and Drew Gulak. I think that's going to be absolutely amazing. I'm looking forward to Kevin Owens and Braun Strowman. I'm looking forward to the SmackDown Ladies Championship. Some of the other matches we might see. I might check some of them out, but just SummerSlam last year was kind of meh, except for the main event, which was freaking amazing. SummerSlam the year before that was meh. I just, me and SummerSlam don't get along. We never have. But here's the funny thing. My absolute favorite WWE match of all time is Bret Hart versus Mr. Perfect at SummerSlam 1991. Go figure that out. But yeah, it's going to be fun. Ronda and Alexa is going to be pretty cool. Roman Reigns and Brock, if all the pieces fall into place and the ending that I think is going to happen, that'll be pretty fun. It'll be interesting. I'll check it out. Just as long as they actually have wrestling and cut down on the filler, I think we should be kind of okay. But 7 hours, I think we can do it in 5. I think 5's a healthy number that we could probably get away with. But, like, we're entering WrestleMania territory, like, here. Like, WrestleMania actually technically starts tomorrow. And it will finish 1 year from today. But, yeah. What do you guys think? Do you guys think SummerSlam should be 7 hours long? Let me know in the comment section below. All right, let's go back to the chat room. Elizabeth Olsen, Scarlet Witch is my hero. I really like the Scarlet Witch character in the comics. I think she's good. I think she was portrayed very well in the Avengers movies as well. I love the whole Magneto, Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver storyline. I've always been a fan of that. I really enjoy reading that. She's a really cool character. Like, when she can fully unleash her powers, she's pretty badass. She's not my favorite superhero per se, but she definitely holds some water. I do really enjoy her. Alright, let's check out some other stuff. I love wrestling, but 7 hours is rushy. I can understand for WrestleMania Royal Rumble, but SummerSlam is crazy. Ooh, Scarlet Witch should replace Tegan in a tournament. That'd be crazy. She just comes in the ring and just... Ah, I win. That'd be awesome. I would really like that. But yeah, SummerSlam. SummerSlam is just another pay-per-view for me because there's nothing special to it. Like that's the thing. It's just there's no gimmicky matches. There's really no reason. The one thing I kind of like about it is SummerSlam's always been the pay-per-views for the heels. Like it's usually the bad guys' time to shine at SummerSlam because WrestleMania you want all those feel-good, happy confetti moments, and SummerSlam's just like, oh, the bad guys. So, whatever. It'll be interesting, but I'm really gonna just kind of sit back and just go with the flow in regards to this. But who knows? Who knows? It has always been forgettable for me as well. I just burp. All right, so not really too much other crazy stuff in regards to wrestling, but the biggest news. What is that place? What is that place? That is Madison Square Garden, ladies and gentlemen. Madison Square Garden, for those of you who don't know, has pretty much been like WWE's or WWF or WWF, whatever you call it, the Northeastern Territory back when Vince Sr. looked after it. This has always been his baby. When you associate any form of wrestling, it's always been like WWE looks after the Garden. That's just the way it has been. There really hasn't been any major pay-per-views out of Madison Square Garden in quite some time, but WWE pretty much has owned all the wrestling rights to Madison Square Garden since the 60s. Like, like the Bruno days and stuff like that. Like, there's been no other wrestling show to essentially come out of Madison Square Garden ever. So it was announced today that Ring of Honor / New Japan has secured the rights to Madison Square Garden, and they have sold out. That's right. For the first time since the 1960s, if I have my numbers and dates correct, I had to do somewhat of a little bit of research for this. There's going to be a non-WWE wrestling show at Madison Square Garden, and it's sold out. Like, that is absolutely amazing. This is going to be pretty much like one of the first, the All-In show kind of already has set the bar, but like WWE has owned an iron fist in North America for wrestling events for forever. Like, they're the only company that pretty much does huge houses. So the All-In show and now this show are both going to have over 10,000 people, which is absolutely amazing. Non-WWE shows pulling in over 10,000 in-house attendance is absolutely out of this world. But here's the kicker. This is the part where it gets a little kind of like, oh, rubbing the salt in. The date is set for April 6, 2019. It's the G1 Supercard match. But here's the thing. WrestleMania 35 is April 7th. The G1 Supercard is April 6th. WrestleMania is April 7th, the day after. And they're both in New York. That is pretty ballsy, New Japan. That is pretty ballsy, Ring of Honor. Like, that is absolutely crazy. The only thing that kind of sucks is it's going to take away some eyes from the NXT event, though. So, like me, I'm definitely going to want to check out the G1 Supercard, like I said, because I've really been getting into Ring of Honor and New Japan as of late. But unfortunately, my heart is with NXT, so I definitely have to watch NXT TakeOver New York first. And then I'll watch the Supercard later. But, like, that's absolutely crazy that they've sold out a wrestling event during WrestleMania weekend at the exact same city and location, pretty much, as WrestleMania. Damn, son, like, that is some hardcore stuff. Like, that is absolutely just mind-blowing. I didn't even think about it. I just saw, okay, great, they sold out. And then I saw the date, and I was like, why does this date sound really familiar? And I had to, like, check my calendar. Oh, yeah. WrestleMania is the following day in the same freaking city. Like, that is absolutely crazy. But it just shows that, like, WWE really needs to step up their game because they've had such an iron fist on the North American market for so long now that they are like, yeah, we can release crap and no one will really care. There's other companies out there and they're starting to take notice, like Lucha Underground, New Japan, Ring of Honor, Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, Impact. Like, all these different companies are starting to put their faces on the map, and like it's not WWE's kingdom anymore, and that's kind of, Vince needs to understand this. Like, he needs to start maybe planning a little bit, because that's absolutely crazy that they've now sold out 2 shows in North America with over 10,000 people going to be in attendance in the span of a year. Just throwing it out there. Boost up the product a little bit. Maybe this stuff won't happen. But yeah, it's wrestling. I'll watch anything. I'll watch all wrestling. I don't care. It could be like 2 alligators fighting over a pig, and I'll be like, yeah, check it out, wrestling. All right, back to the chat room. Good for them. This means there are people that want to see wrestling in 2018. Damn right, there's people that want to see wrestling. Oh, everybody out there, if you guys are not familiar with like non-WWE product, check some stuff out. Like I said, I fully recommend Ring of Honor. I fully recommend New Japan. If you want to see some of the independent stuff, Capital Wrestling out of New York, absolutely great. Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, really good independent stuff. Impact Wrestling, if you guys have not seen Impact, they've really upped their game. Like Slammiversary, the very last event they had, if you guys have not seen Austin Aries versus Moose for the championship, do it. Give yourselves a treat. Absolutely amazing. Austin Aries is one of those rare wrestlers that he could wrestle like a sack of cereal, and he would make that bag of cereal look absolutely phenomenal. Austin Aries is just... He is the GOAT. He is one of the greatest of all time. WWE dropped the ball so much with him. Just by pushing him to just doing cruiserweight stuff. Don't get me wrong, I love cruiserweight wrestling, but I think he was just destined for better stuff than that. Like I said, the women's championship match, like Su Yung versus Madison, absolutely great. Tessa Blanchard versus Ali, absolutely great. Like Brian Cage, like Trevor Lee, like all these guys in Impact that just, like they're there and just people just don't watch it. Me, I was the same way. I'm going to fully admit, 2 years ago, I tried watching it. I was like, eh. Like, I liked it years ago when, like, Samoa Joe was there and Christopher Daniels and AJ Styles and Shark Boy and stuff like that. I liked it then. Then there was that period where I was like, I don't really get it. But then my buddy, my good friend Roman, who writes a lot of the material that we have on our long-form reviews, like our history series, he co-writes those with me. He is a huge Impact fan, and he called me over, showed me some stuff, absolutely loved every second of it, and now I try to watch it as frequently as I can. I'm not as knowledgeable as some other people, but check it out. Check out all the wrestling. So much wrestling in the world. Just, if you see wrestling on TV, watch it. Doesn't matter what it is. Like, just check out every single form of professional wrestling and see everything that the world has to offer. Because right now, 2018 is the year to be a wrestling fan. Years ago, whatever, who could give a rat's butt. I've never lost faith, but right now there's just so much good wrestling out there in the world that you can go to all these different promotions and get a 5-star match, a 10-star match, a million-star match, Dave Meltzer star-level matches. Doesn't matter. Just check it out. I'm really strongly recommending everybody to check out this event when it happens. But watch NXT first. Like, don't rob yourselves of NXT. NXT, I think, is probably the best thing going right now. And not because I'm biased. I just like their storylines. I like their in-ring work. I like what they do. But yeah, they definitely just need to just check everything out. Everything out. Done my tangent. All right, back to the chat room. Impact has been great, and Tessa is fantastic. I literally just read that Ty Dillinger got hurt at a live event. Why, Ty? No! No! And he was just starting to get TV time again. Oh, God. Oh, I feel so bad for Ty Dillinger. Like, he was so beyond over in NXT. And I feel really bad because, like, people don't really give him the credit that he deserves. A lot of people are just like, oh, it's Peyton Royce's his boyfriend. He is the 10, man. He puts on consistent matches. Watch Ty Dillinger stuff. You guys want to watch a really good match? Watch Ty Dillinger versus Bobby Roode in NXT TakeOver a while ago. Just blow your mind away. That sucks. Oh, that's poopy. That is poopy. You ruined my night. Just kidding. I still like you. Yeah. No, I got nothing against Ty. I said I'm a full supporter of all Canadian wrestlers. All Canadian wrestlers I will always fully support. Ty Dillinger, my boy, he's from Niagara Falls. Bobby Roode from Toronto. Trish Stratus from Toronto. Edge, Christian. Toronto, of course, my hometown Winnipeg. We pump him out like crazy. We got Kenny Omega. Technically, Chris Jericho wasn't born in Winnipeg, but he was raised here, so he's from Winnipeg. Roddy Piper wasn't born in Winnipeg, but he was raised here. Boom. And a little tidbit that a lot of people don't know is Steve Corino. That's right. NXT Super Dream Super Trainer Extraordinaire Steve Corino, famous for his ECW days. He's from Winnipeg. Don Callis, otherwise known as Cyrus, the Virus Baby, or the original Natural, in my opinion, from Winnipeg. And of course, a little interesting tidbit, but Candice LeRae was actually born in Winnipeg. That's right. She likes to say that she's from Anaheim, which says she grew up. I get all that stuff. It's where you're kind of raised. That's your hometown. But she was born in Winnipeg. And of course, the Demon Assassin Rosemary, raised in Winnipeg. She's born in Stonewall, which is just outside of Winnipeg. It's part of this city. But yeah, we pump out some good wrestlers. We pump out some really, really, really awesome wrestlers. Just Canadian wrestlers in general. We're just really good. Saskatchewan has a lot of good people, and even, of course, what was I saying? I lost my train of thought. Oh, more Canadian wrestlers. Of course, Mae Young Classic this year. We have 2 Canadians representing. Nicole Matthews from beautiful British Columbia and Vanessa Craven, the Woman Mountain from Montreal, Quebec. But yeah, Canada, we're not just maple syrup and polar bears. All right. Yes, completely forgot. Ali is Canadian. Ali is from Toronto. You are correct. Toronto has a lot of good wrestlers. Toronto's just like... And also Laurel Van Ness is also Canadian as well, too. That's right, Chelsea Green, Canadian. We're taking over. But yeah, if you don't believe me, go to Candice LeRae's Wikipedia page. You'll actually see she is from Winnipeg. But I think she moved to, like, California, like, when she was, like, very young. Like, I don't know. I'd have to ask her personally. I'll give Johnny Gargano a call and be like, yo, ask your wife. What's up? And speaking of that, I'm really excited for the NXT TakeOver Brooklyn main event. Johnny Gargano, Tommaso Ciampa, last man standing. Yeah! So good. So good. I'm going to remove this picture. There we go. Oh, it's going to be so freaking amazing. I'm absolutely super excited for NXT TakeOver. I always am. TakeOver's good. Ricochet and Adam Cole. Oh, yeah, baby. We got freaking Kairi Sane and Shayna Baszler. Oh, yeah, we got the Tag Team Championship. Oh, see, the one thing I can always look forward to the Big Four in regards to wrestling is the fact that I'm going to be getting some NXT TakeOver out of it. But, yeah. But I have a feeling Gargano's going heel. I know it hurts me inside because he's, like, essentially me, but actually trained in wrestling. I took a couple classes. I did it until my back gave out. It's a sad story. Just really, really sad. Really sad. Okay, I'm going to go check out the chat room one more time. TO should be fun, but not TakeOver should be fun, but not as bad. Yeah, I feel bad about it. I think that this is just a ruse to move Aleister Black up to the main roster. He's totally going up to the main roster. He's really kind of done everything that he needs to do on the NXT. I think he's going to SmackDown. I see him being more of a SmackDown than Raw. I don't think he'd be able to flourish on Raw as much as he could on SmackDown. I really want to see him in like some feuds with AJ Styles or like even Shinsuke Nakamura. I think him and Shin could just tear down the house because their styles are so very similar to each other that I think they could get a really good program with them. Or even like Aleister Black versus Randy Orton. I think they could do some really good stuff into that. But yes, I'm always very leery when any of the NXT guys move up because I'm just like, is this good or is this bad? Who knows? But yeah, him and Samoa Joe, yeah, I fully agree. I just saw you write that there. It would be really cool. Samoa Joe's awesome. Um, I think Samoa Joe's gonna beat AJ, but I'll do my predictions video later on this week. I never do my predictions video until after the go home shows because so much other crap happens during go home week that will always alter my decisions. So yeah, whatever. Watch the pen disappear. Okay, it's still in my hand. All right. That is all for me tonight, as always. As usual, if you guys like what you saw, click that bell notification, hit subscribe, and all that good stuff. Share the hell out of this video. We had fun tonight, Elizabeth. Did we have fun? You know we had fun. You know we had fun. But yeah, as like I said, always, we go live every single Sunday at 8 p.m. Central Time, of course, except for pay-per-view nights, because we will always go on after the pay-per-view. So, of course, next Sunday, I'll be going on after SummerSlam, after watching it for like 24 and a half hours. It's gonna hurt. I'm gonna have to pack like 9 lunches that day. I'm off work that day. I'm not going to work that day. I booked it off because I need to watch SummerSlam to give you people the product that you deserve. All right. As always, though, thank you guys so much for partaking in the chat room. It's gonna be super fun now. I'm just gonna sit here and just dance. Just dance. Okay, as always, though, if you guys haven't done so, make sure to check out our Facebook page and our Twitter account. It's going to be a good time. Anyways, this is JP from Kayfabe Chronicles, and I'm going to see you guys later on this week when I give you my predictions show. As always, have a wonderful night, you beautiful people. Much love, and I'll see you guys next time.